people, welcome to WOURD TV production. Yes, today we have good news and bad news. Uno tubazi na makuru meza cyane, yuno munsi na makuru meza cyane kubanza kuyaryoshye cyane. So ku makuru yambaza kubabwira ku makuru y'imisi amaze makuru y'ibintu maze ba mu Buganda, amaze kubabwira amakuru y'amajambo yo Barack Obama yavuze mbere yuko batora Joe Biden. Hanyuma turaba tugenda mu bya Australia holidays and n'ahantu ushobora kugenda kuvisitinga muri holiday. So tutaraja kure tubunguma tubanze tubasaba mu subscribe ku channel yacu on WOURD TV production kugira ngo tuze mara amakuru menshi cyane. My name is Prosper Alex, news reporter of this channel. Kandi ku gatandatu nko twababwiye tuzoba tufise guest ku channel yacu ari live muzobira ku gatandatu kuva saa 8 kugeza saa 10. So mube muritegura cyane. So amakuru ya mbere no munsi twafitiye na makuru y'ibintu maze imisi biba mu Uganda no kuyandi makuru reka manze mu rurenda video y'umuntu yaduhaye iva mu Uganda y'abantu bagiye kwitoza bazo kwitoza mu mwaka uri mu kuza bazo kwitoza mu Uganda kandi ko mubizi Bobby Wine bamufunze ayo makuru yababwiye n'ukuntu ibintu zagenze iyo barore n'abantu batubereke abantu mu 7 agira ubwo bayikwaza bava mu tsinda uwambere agira ubwo bayikwaza bava mu tsinda we muramuzi ni Bobby Wine wahoze umuririmbyi akagenda mu bya politiki. So reka twanze no video y'ibintu makuru yatunikiye avuye mu Uganda hanyuma ibindi turabikurikira mu nyuma.
Only 5 of the 11 candidates are sponsored by political parties. That is Yoweri Museveni of NRM, Patrick Oboy Amuriat of FDC, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu of the National Unity Platform, Norbert Mao of the Democratic Party DP, and Mugisha Muntu of the Alliance for National Transformation.
We have to have election.
President Museveni is running for the 6th time, while this is Mao's second attempt, the first being in 2011. The rest are first-timers.
Ask yourselves, why did we start this journey to be an independent nation? So Uganda needs somebody like me, who is a Mukosa Kabila. Mother from the west, father from the north, grew up in the east, studied in central. I'm Uganda made simple. That is what we need.
Among those nominated on the last day was Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu, whose candidature was seconded by his wife Barbara Kyagulanyi and proposed by Ali Bukeni, popularly known as Nubian Lee. The Electoral Commission did not find fault with Kyagulanyi's documents and swiftly verified the papers.
Countrymen and women, I come before you not as the most qualified, not as the most experienced, but I come before you as the most committed to lead this liberation, to lead the people of Uganda out of slavery.
FDC's Patrick Oboy Amuriat arrived with no shoes after an earlier scuffle with the police as he arrived at the FDC headquarters in Najana Nkumbi.
They are not with me. I do not know where they are. They've been cut off. I'm really not even sure that it's going to happen, whether the nomination is going to happen. But we wait to see.
How are you treated well in the police?
We were brutalized, held very tight, beaten up. I feel sick.
John Katumba, who earlier failed to pay the 20 million shillings nomination fee, was finally cleared to contest. He is only 24 years and a beneficiary of the 2017 constitutional amendment that lifted the 35-year lower and 75-year upper age limit for one to contest for the presidency.
I'm a fresh graduate from Makerere. I know what it means. I know what it means when your mother or father or guardian pays money. You go through all the ruckus. At the end of the day, you sit down and end up without a job.
Nancy Kalembe, the only female in the race, also paid the 20 million nomination fees, which she earlier had come without paying.
Should Uganda expect from my leadership? 3 things. 1, great leadership. not good leadership, but great leadership. Leadership that is inseparable from integrity.
Other nominated presidential candidates include Wile Mayambala, Joseph Kabuleta Kiza, and Fred Mwesige, all running as independents.
Character assassination is not the answer to this nation. Wealth or finances are not the answer to this nation. There is only one answer and solution to this nation, and that is God.
A lot of issues in agriculture have not been handled. Yet we all know, whether you're a graduate or simply a peasant farmer from childhood, at one moment in life, agriculture will provide for your well-being.
We have real problems which we have to address. But the first real problem is the issue of financial liberation. And the issue that is so key, because there is a reason why there has been an intentional design by this government to impoverish everybody.
The whistle has now been blown for the presidential candidates to come before you Ugandans, seeking for your mandate. But as Article 1 of the Constitution says that power belongs to you, it is up to you to choose the right candidate. Herbert Ziwa, NTV at Chambogo.
Rero nko mubonye abo rero nibo bantu bakwaritoza mu Uganda. Rero aya ni makuru twafitiye n'abakuru y'ibintu y'amajambo president wo muri America wahoze ari president Barack Obama yavuze mbere yuko batora umupresident mushasha wabo, president elect Joe Biden. Katero tushemwe video y'umuntu ya films of Sky News hama ababwire ukuntu ibintu byagenze nuko president wo muri America yavuze mbere yuko batora president mushasha Joe Biden. Unaona ni president, former president Barack Obama.
Donald Trump hasn't grown into the job because he can't. And the consequences of that failure are severe. 170,000 Americans dead. Millions of jobs gone, while those at the top taken more than ever. Our worst impulses unleashed. Our proud reputation around the world badly diminished. And our democratic institutions threatened like never before. Now, I know that in times as polarized as these, most of you have already made up your mind. But maybe you're still not sure which candidate you'll vote for, or whether you'll vote at all. Maybe you're tired of the direction we're headed, but you can't see a better path yet. Or you just don't know enough about the person who wants to lead us there. So let me tell you about my friend, Joe Biden. 12 years ago, when I began my search for a vice president, I didn't know I'd end up finding a brother. Joe and I come from different places, different generations, but what I quickly came to admire about Joe Biden is his resilience, born of too much struggle. His empathy, born of too much grief. Joe is a man who learned early on to treat every person he meets with respect and dignity, living by the words his parents taught him. No one's better than you, Joe, but you're better than nobody. That empathy, that decency, the belief that everybody counts, that's who Joe is.
Yeah, nkuko bibonye rero uwo ni former president Barack Obama ariko aravuga y'ukuntu president Donald Trump atatwaye igihugu neza. So tashafite nane makuru yuko Australia nko mbizi ababa muri Australia cyangwa se abata muri Australia naragiye ko Australia ubu bari muri holiday. So iyi video iri kwabazaniye izanyo ni hudo bun TV operations ibabwira ahantu mwogenda kurestingira muri holiday cyangwa se ahantu mwoshobora kugenda gufatira akaruhuko. Turahera iyi niyo video tubazaniye kugira ngo murorere ahantu mugera gufata akaruhuko muri no holiday.
Welcome to Tasmania's fabulous capital, Hobart. We have 10 amazing things for you to do in Tasmania, starting here in Hobart's historic Salamanca waterfront precinct. Every Saturday, the famous Salamanca market is held right here, and it's a must-see. Renowned for fresh food and arts and crafts, the Salamanca market is not only a great place to pick up a souvenir of your Tassie trip, it's also a great way to mix and mingle with the locals. You name it, it's here to be purchased every Saturday morning. Bonorong Wildlife Sanctuary is located 30 minutes drive north of Hobart and is home to a variety of furry and feathered Aussie critters. The sanctuary operates a 24/7 wildlife rescue service across Tasmania, and the majority of funding comes from entry proceeds. There are always hungry mouths to feed, and none more so than the park's feisty Tassie Devils. The sanctuary is open daily. And yes, even devils have a cuddly side. Located on the stunning Tasman Peninsula, the Port Arthur Historic Site offers an incredible opportunity to step back in time to the 19th century, when more than 12,000 convicts were sent here.
Now these days it's very popular for Aussies to embrace their inner convict, but all jokes aside, the Port Arthur penal settlement was one of the most brutal in the whole of the British Empire. Only
Ivyo rero ni bice bimwe byo twagoba tubereke uramutse uje muri Australia cyangwa uramutse ukeneye kuvisitinga muri Australia ahantu woja ukaronka ukagira holiday nziza cyane. So ayo makuru yacu twafite kuno munsi tabasabwa ngo kwihangane Bisanga Man abakusubscribe batayirose nuko Bisanga Man CEO of Ashanse manager wa Bisanga Man yavuze ati twikure ko kubera video yo barakoze ntabwo yari nziza cyane yari imeze nabi cyane. Gusa twige tukaba tuguma tubazane kino kiganiro ku munsi wa gatandatu tuzaturi kumwe n'umuntu yitwa Medi. I don't know his last name, so his name is Medi. Or we are gonna be with another guest called Derek, King of Africa, on this Saturday. Guys, be ready because things are about to get real. So guys, just relax and we go through this all together. And guys, mutiaga guys, subscribe and already Bisanga Man gice cha 50 cha 40 naka cha